What's going on? I'm your host, Darren Green, back with another episode of TDGS Reviews. You already know what it is. Sorry for the lateness. I had to work today, child. I work 9 to 5. And I still got on my little uniform, okay? Got my little, you know what I'm saying? We're talking about Kandi and the Gang. You already know what it is, episode 5. I literally had to catch up with this episode this morning because I was watching the Grammys, which I probably could have just watched Candy in the Gang because it really didn't give what it was supposed to have gave. I mean, I might talk about it on the pod. Actually, no, we're not doing a show this week, right? Yeah. I won't be talking about the Grammys, child. It is what it was. If you watched it, it really didn't grab my attention, child. So anyway, first thoughts of episode 5. I will say it was a lot better than the last few episodes. I will say that. I'm starting to really tolerate the characters that I previously did not like. So yeah, like it definitely worked, and I definitely said last episode that the team building event was gonna work. Like it was gonna be like a good moment for the cast to kind of get used to Philip and all the other bullcrap. Um, but we'll get into it when we get into the timeline. So let's get into what really was happening during that episode. Okay, so it continues with Todd and Candy talking to Chandrika, and it's just another 5 to 10 minutes of Chandrika backpedaling. Well, no, I'm not the only one. Or I just feel like this, and I just feel like that. Like they basically was like, "Do you want to work here or not?" Okay, because we ain't got time for your BS. And she has been just starting trouble, like saying things, and I get it. Patrick is a snitch, but you're making it so easy for people to be like, "Oh, let me snitch on her." You get what I'm saying? And it was weird. It was weird. If you're not really trying to tell them what the issue is, then don't speak, like, or just leave. You get what I'm saying? But we know why you're not going to do that, because this is a show and you got a platform. You're building a platform off of this show. Um, she got mad about the whole situation or whatever, because I guess she's still like, she was really worried about who told, which really nobody told. Like, somebody was having a conversation with you, boy. Brandon was having a conversation with you, and it just happened to be on camera, and their camera got audio. Okay. So she walks away, she collects herself. Okay. She goes into the parking lot and starts vlogging on her phone. I'm like, girl, now you a vlogger? I mean, look, at the end of the day, Chandrika is like the problem child here. She's definitely like the problem. She's the villain, but I think she's good for the show to a certain extent, but it's just like, girl, why you gonna talk all that crap and then whoopty whoop when I come around, you don't want to post up. So yeah, anyway, Sandrika makes her rounds. Like, she talks to Brandon about it, and might I add, Brandon was real hush hush. Okay, he was definitely like, let me just stay out of it, child, even though it was his fault. Because you was on speaker, you was on freaking speaker while you was on camera, child. So anyway, she comes to the conclusion that it was Patrick. Okay, so she confronts Patrick and Melvin. They was over there eating whatever type of smoothie bar they was eating at, child. I don't know what that is. Atlanta got all them spots, child. I do want to go to Atlanta. I mean, I ain't gonna lie, it did look a little good. I'll try it, but look. So she basically confronts them, talking about like, oh yeah, I just feel like you snitched on me, and you was telling them all this other stuff, like it's not even true, this, that, and the third, and you even said it yourself, Patrick, that you feel like Candy and them don't give a fuck or something like that. It was just like going back and forth, and Melvin wasn't having it. Melvin was like, "Look, I'm not the one. I'm not the one or the two." Okay, he basically was like, "So you basically going off of intuition or assumption?" And she was like, "Yeah, well, ain't nothing to talk about then. They ain't like, get the hell up out of here." I was like, "Oh, I know that's right, Melvin. You better get it with the one, okay?" Because she ain't making no sense. She's looking crazy as hell trying to sit there and figure out like who was talking about who was snitching on you for talking crap. Like, at the end of the day, you were talking crap and you got caught. Now you got to own it, but you're not owning it, and that's where I'm at with Shandrika right now, child. Y'all was, yeah, she over here acting too young for her damn age. Let's be very clear, okay? We is not in college anymore. We is not in our 20s. Oh, well, you not in your 20s. I still am. Anyway, we get a scene with Dominique and Brandon, Yeah, I mean, it was cute, whatever. Like Dominique lets us know that she has a dancing gig in London, child. Now she must be a really good dancer because who was calling her to go out to London? Anyway, so she tells Brandon about that, and she says she's going to be away, and then they start being like, "Oh, well, what am I gonna do?" And it's that and the third. Brandon is, look, I'm not gonna lie. Brandon is definitely starting to grow on me. I mean, I still think he's a dummy. I still think that there's nothing going on up here, but he's starting to grow on me. Like I'm starting to really care for this character a little bit, even though he's a little dumb. Um, as for Dominique, I'm just like, girl, you was never there. You never there. Like, I mean, she really is. I mean, I get it. Get your money, get your clout from the show. You get what I'm saying? Like, this show ain't probably gonna have. I don't see this show getting another second season. You're hearing it from me. If it gets a season two, you gonna be. I'm gonna be surprised as hell. I might eat some crow. Um, she like, look, I'm about to get my dancing stuff together. I ain't got time for this dang restaurant that's probably gonna close statistically in 10 years. Ooh. Anyway, let's be very clear. Child, not I'm not we on one today. Um so anyway, she talks to Brandon about that and they become official, I guess. They're like officially dating because like she was like, "Oh, well, when I'm gone, are you still gonna be messing around with somebody?" This, that, and the third. He was like, "No." Do I believe that? No. Brandon is a good old piece of meat. Okay. He's definitely going, child, Dominique, why would you even ask him that? But look, I mean, look, hey, he might be faithful. He showed her to his parents, so he might be a little bit faithful. But child, I don't know. Tell me what y'all think in the comments. So we then cut to Kandi and Todd meeting with Don Juan and Philip. And I found this meeting very interesting because there was a lot of things talked about, and there's a lot of things that I'm starting to pick up with Philip. Um, and Philip basically wants to fire Brian. Now, I don't think, and I'm standing 10 toes down. Like the stuff that Brian was doing or saying to Brandon to make him feel uncomfortable, like it literally was not. Yeah, like y'all acting like the man was getting physical with y'all. You get what I'm saying? He basically was making whatever type of smart remark like he usually does because that's what he's used to doing. He's a key. You get what I'm saying? Like he's gonna make light of a situation or whatever. You want to fire him because, and first of all, this is like your first argument. If anything, it just doesn't seem real that he wants to fire him so much, or it seems valid. Excuse me, not real, but valid because y'all only had one argument. Okay. Now, I think that Philip is targeting Brian, and I have a working theory. Okay. I feel like Philip don't like the girls. Okay. He don't like the girls, if you know what I mean. The girls, you know what I mean. Because he has an issue with Torin. Also, and is there any other gay people? Is there any other gay people there? Yeah, I think they're the only gay guys. So, that's my point. You get what I'm saying? Like when there's like a little bit of us, okay, there's always messy, and he's not gonna mess with Don Juan because Don Juan is like over him, right? So he's gonna pick on the people that's under him, and that's what people do in the community. That's what y'all be doing. And I see what Philip is trying to be like. Oh, I feel like he's just real disrespectful and unprofessional and this, that, and the third. Like, no, what he did was not even that serious. Let's be very clear. They brought up Torin, and he talked about his issues with Torin as well. And it's just like, girl, you get over yourself. At the end of the day, like you have to be the leader, and you have to be assertive and stuff like that. But like it comes off very elitist and malice. I feel like I'm a broken record. I'm talking about this every week. Like he doesn't get it. But I think, like I said, he got it towards the end, and we'll get to the little event, the little team building event or whatever. Um, and another thing that I want to talk about with that, everybody at the end they wanted to give Brandon the final say on whether they get rid of Brian or keep him. Um, but nobody is speaking about Brian's inability to manage this damn restaurant. Let's be very clear. I mean, like Philip was talking about Brian Torn. They are not the reasons. They're not the main reasons why this restaurant has issues. Okay, let's be very clear. It's the management. And I'm sorry, Brandon is a pretty face, but he is nothing else but that. He's not doing nothing for this restaurant. So I don't get why that wasn't brought up. And then you give him the option to either keep or fire him, which I didn't. Spoiler alert, he doesn't. I didn't think he was. I like now shit. If it was Philip's decision, child, Philip would have been got rid of him. I would have been like, damn. But yeah, that happened at that little meeting or whatever. And I feel like I need Candy to really step up a little bit because I feel like she knows like Brian can't leave. Like Brian is definitely he brings not ratings, but like people review the restaurant on Yelp and stuff like that, and they bring him up like he's a good asset to the restaurant, I should say. Despite any hiccups that he has, with his attitude and this and the third, things that could be solved with a conversation, which basically this entire episode needed to solve. Anyway, child, let's get into Riley's birthday party. So Riley's back home. Yay, Riley. Like, I mean, it was all right. It was all right. The part that I found interesting though is when they started talking about the restaurant, and then like Todd was kind of like hinting at who would run it, and it seemed like I don't know, I don't remember his daughter's name, but her and Riley were both like, like I'm not really feeling it. Like I'm like, y'all act like y'all about to retire now. Like at the end of the day, y'all gonna be working at this restaurant for the foreseeable future. And if y'all running it like y'all running it now for the rest, I mean, is how long it's gonna last. Um, they start talking about what needs to be done, and Mama Joyce, Mama Joyce, I'm saying this season like it's Housewives of Atlanta. Like this show, Mama Joyce be making some sense. So she basically suggests that Todd get in the kitchen and really get into the inner workings of the restaurant, um which made perfect sense because it doesn't make any sense how people just like, okay, I have a business, so I'm gonna just pay people to do this. Like, no, you have to know how to do it yourself so that you can train it to other people, so that you can tell people how to manage it. So you can, and I think Todd doesn't understand that. Everybody else, even Candy, because Candy be going in there, even though he claims like, "Oh, I'll be there more than you do." I'm like, girl, where you be at? Where you be at? You be at the meetings. You don't be okay. And I don't know. I feel like we need at the end of the day, you need to know the ins and out of the restaurant, so that you can know how to run it. Okay. You can't just keep on throwing you can't just keep on throwing money at this restaurant and hiring new people and expecting it. Oh, okay. Well, this ain't work. We're gonna fire this person. We'll get another person. Like, no, manage the damn company. I need Candy to like really, step up because this is her grand, not grand. This is her aunt and mother's restaurant, right? Like these are their recipes and stuff like that. But this is also your business too, Candy. And I need you to really like be like, nah, what we not gonna do is that. Okay, I got the final say at the end of the day. So run by me when you about to suspend somebody. Okay. Like I don't know, I just be needing Candy to just like, what we not gonna do is this. I need that Vanderpump. Vanderpump better rule. Okay. Candy better rule this damn restaurant. So the team building event, like I said, it was a good idea. It was very interesting to watch. It was funny to watch, watching Mama Joyce do the little worm thing. It was funny. Seeing the people do, I'm not gonna get into every different category that they were or thing that they were playing. It was like field day. Like it was, it was crazy. It was funny. It worked because a lot of the um employees were, warming up to Philip, and it seemed like Philip was definitely warming up to them. It worked. I was like, okay. I mean, that's cool. I like when I'm not all when I watch reality TV. I'm not all about the drama. You know what I'm saying? The arguments, because I feel like y'all don't even know each other like that to be doing all this arguments. Like it's you know what I'm saying. You're 10 seasons in. Um, to see them interact with each other, and Brian, and well, in the beginning, Philip was being a little shady towards Brian, going to drop the thing that he was passing this. I was like, child. I'm like, y'all some messy girls. Y'all some messy girls. I'm so tired of Philip. But towards the end, like they kind of got along, and everything kind of worked out in the end. Ultimately they gave Brandon the power to either keep or fire Brian, and that's what we seen in the last scene which it all was resolved in an apology. Like somebody had to apologize first so that the ball can roll. Because at the end of the day, okay, you said this X, Y, and Z, and you said X, Y, and Z. You know what? I'm sorry. Let's get over it. It was never that deep. Okay, anybody was talking about nobody's mother. Anybody was hitting nobody. Nothing was said. You know, they weren't acting crazy around the customers and stuff like that. Like, so for Philip to even think that he should fire Brian, like, it's some weirdo shit. Okay, it was weird as hell. And I like how they have a little alliance right now, but I don't, it's reality TV. Things can happen in the course of a couple episodes. Okay, you good one episode and then you start arguing again, child. So we'll definitely see what happens next. But I can tell you the sneak peek of the next episode, Brandon and Dominique. So you about to not you about to break up with your girl just because of a job? I'm like, child. He want to stay on that show. He want to stay on the show. It was a couple other things too, like Don Juan addressing Brian about his drinking problems, which is, I mean, it's a valid point, but it's like a little okay. He don't even be going to work like that, like drunk like that. Like, let's be very clear. Y'all be open in the morning. Um, so I can't wait to see what's going on with that, and I can't wait to give you guys another show. If you like this video, please give it a like, give it a comment. I need y'all guys to comment on the video because for more interactions and stuff like that. And please subscribe to the show, okay? Give it a big subscribe because I need more subscribers. We need about 1,000, okay? And until next time, I am your host Aaron Green, and this is TGS Reviews signing out.